Hello, my name is Devon Jones. I am the nursing administrator over the St. Mary's Bon Secours Mercy facility in Richmond, Virginia. And today I'm meeting with you to discuss the recruitment and retention strategies for our facility because recently we've had a turnover rate of about 15%, well, more than 15%, but it's projected to have a turnover rate of 20% by the next 3 months, being that we have another facility that's opening, one of our competitors. So the first strategy that I want to implement is to increase sign-on bonuses and offer other incentives in the process of recruiting new nurses. Also, in the process of recruiting the new nurses, I want them to be able to at least sign on with our facility for at least 1 year. I think that that'll be a great strategy to reduce our retention rates. Another strategy I want to utilize is once we get these people in and we get them hired, another thing that we want to do is get them to be a part of the new nursing mentorship program. And what I mean by that is I want them to be in this program for 6 months. And what that means is I want them to be paired with another experienced nurse that's on the unit. And once a month, they will meet with them to discuss challenges, their weaknesses, what are some things that they need help with being a new nurse in the hospital on our unit, or if there's any concerns, or if there's an opportunity to learn from the experienced nurse. I want them to be able to sit down in a informal setting, whether it's going out to lunch or catching up with breakfast for maybe 30-45 minutes, and just kind of sit down to kind of get to know each other and figure out what the new nurse's challenges are. I think that brings a part of servant leadership, because the part of that is making a difference. The person that they're paired with would actually make a difference in their life, just to see what challenges they go through. Because I know sometimes as I was a new nurse, I had a lot of challenges, but I know that since that there was somebody there for me all the time, when I met those challenges, it lightened the burden, and it made me want to stay because I had the right amount of support on hand. The number three, what we want to implement is says you could hold informal meetings with the current staff to determine major variables affecting their current satisfaction levels and attempt to increase those variables by increasing worker satisfaction. So I think that that's a really, really great strategy. That's another reason why a lot of nurses, they leave their job, is because they're just not satisfied. The one way to assess those things is to actually sit down with the staff individually and figure out, okay, what problems are they having at work? Why aren't they reaching their goals? Why aren't they reaching their objectives at work? And what are the barriers that are actually holding them back from achieving the ultimate worker or job satisfaction? I know two things in general why nurses are not satisfied is because, number one, they don't have the support. I know especially on night shift, sometimes we don't have the necessary support that we need. So I think that's why night shift is more closer knit, because we have to build our own support systems. And number two, everybody knows this, is staffing shortages. And that could be because of the patient ratio, because of the grids. The grids could possibly be revised. And also we don't have enough nurses. So I think with not having, with having the shortage of nurses, is what we could possibly do for the meantime is get travel nurses to actually fill those positions, get them to sign up for 10 to 15 week assignments at a time. And then once we get the travel nurses that come in, then we start to recruit more nurses in, as a great strategy to kind of retain those nurses as they're signing up for a year. But I think that these are some great strategies to cut back on the retention rate and recruit more nurses. I know as a new nurse, I struggled a lot with just trying to find my way, just trying to find a base. And I think, with having those open door policies, with my supervisor and with my unit manager and having a nurse mentor, those things all combined actually made me stay at my job and made me want to make a difference. And that's why I've been at my job for going on 7 years, September 10th. So I hope that a lot of these things that we discussed today resonated with you in some capacity. And I hope that with utilizing all of these things that me and you can come together to make a difference for our organization to cut back the retention rate. Thank you. I appreciate your time.